Assalamualaikum, halo teman-teman semuanya, dimanapun Anda berada, selamat datang di channel LUAR TV. Kembali lagi saya akan menghadirkan reaction terbaru, dan lagi-lagi kali ini datang dari seorang pelatih vokal sekaligus seorang penyanyi yang mencoba mereaction video Putri Ariani waktu menyanyikan Bohemianrhapsody, tapi versi yang dulu, bukan yang konser kemarin. Bagaimanakah reaksi dan tanggapan seorang grup vokal sekaligus penyanyi ini? Tidak usah berlama-lama lagi, kita langsung saja masuk ke videonya.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatsofer, but you can call me Jen.
Hello.
I am a singer and a voice teacher.
Namanya
And
Jennifer.
first of all, I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas. Today I will be looking at Putri Ariani's cover of Bohemian Rhapsody, and as always this is a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals. If you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, then I have left a link in the description below. You can also find the link to my Patreon page in the description below, so do go and check it out. But make sure you go and hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and let's get to Putri Ariani.
Oke, mari kita lihat bagaimana reaksinya.
Oh, let's just talk about this entrance real quick. I love, so obviously the performances that I've seen from Putri has been on America's Got Talent. Is that the show? Yes, America's Got Talent. I've reacted to most of her performances, not all. I think there was one maybe I didn't, or a few. But yeah, I love how minimum, and like, you know, we just hear the beautiful vocals of Putri first, and then the piano comes in. It's you know, she's offering a lot of breath within the vocal fold, so we're not getting full vocal fold closure. So when they're vibrating, they're leaving little, you know, they're not closing all the way, so breath can essentially come through. So we're hearing a slight whisper throughout the full phrasing. But it just gives this really floaty, angelic feel. However, I will say this entrance, anywhere, we get a glottal onset. We hear a little, little, kind of like a little pop. But after that, it becomes very breathy.
Doesn't really matter to me.
And that vibrato that comes in.
Beda ya guys, kalau seorang grup vokal yang mereactionnya.
Nice.
Mama,
Ooh.
just kill a man, put a gun against his head.
Tapi di sini Putri menyanyikan dengan versi slow.
Oh, I love that kind of broken feel towards the end. Dead. We get a little kind of a slight croak, not too croaky, but just kind of like a waver of the tone, and that breath kind of seeps through as well. I love the phrasing, and I like the option up of that note. Pull my trigger now, and it kind of just keeps that piece moving, because obviously this is a slower version. But yeah, it's so the phrasing, mama, she's not holding on, she's coming off of it, and it's just very different, and it makes it a lot more personal. It's completely different, this version. Love it.
Mama,
And that moan.
just kill a man, put a gun against his head, put my trigger now, he's dead.
Oh, so good.
Mama, life had just begun.
Oh, listen to that. Just so much breath, and then begun. When we drop down here, we get a lovely full connected sound. So I love that we're playing with different vocal fold efficiency. We, you know, sometimes we get very clear connected full vocal fold closure, and other times we're allowing that breath to come through. So it's nice that we're getting it. It just keeps a piece interesting. If it was the same quality all the way throughout, then it'll be still pretty, still amazing. But what, you know, how are we going to change that? What are we going to offer different for us as the listener and as the singer, just to keep it interesting? And also, mama, we get a little bit of a riff down.
Mama, life had just begun, but now I'm gonna
Yeah, now I've gone. Such lovely connected. We're getting a full sound up here. A slight tilt right at the bottom. It just creates this really lovely dark feel. This can be a lowered larynx
Sampai
or
hal
also the tongue being
kecil
pulled
dia
back.
perhatikan.
Just so that
Saking detailnya.
we've shifted the energy from being quite forward to then like sunken back.
Thrown it all away.
And then brightens up as well. Ooh.
Didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, carry on.
Nice. I love how this full section until we get to these last kind of, again, she's playing around with different sort of melodies here to the original, but it's kept very full vocal fold closure. We are very chest dominant. We're making sure that that connection is carried on throughout the phrase, which is really, really lovely. And because of this, we're getting it's so easy on her voice. She's not adding any pressure to maintain his thickness. It's just the vocal folds are right where they need to be. We are hearing a glorious vibrato as well. That lovely spin at the end of some of the words. It just softens up the word, so it's not just like da, like straight tone, da. And it allows us to also create some sort of dynamic choices as well as we're softening up. Really nice.
If I'm not back again this time
Penjelasan yang luar biasa dari guru vokal ini.
I love that as well. Tomorrow, there's a slight cry on carry on. So I love that emotion, but also resistance in the vocal.
This time tomorrow, carry on, carry on.
Oh,
Diulang
breath,
lagi
Nothing really matters.
sampai
yeah.
napasnya
Croak
pun
at the end. Nice.
dia
Oh, so we're getting that on the piano now.
sampai napas dia perhatikan.
Too late, my time has come.
Oh, I feel like we're going to get some differences in this section. So yeah, it's nice that she's really making it her own. We've returned back to that breathy quality within the vocal folds. Again, just creating light and shade wherever she
Bernapas.
can.
Too late, my time has come. Saint shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time.
I love how as she drove that forward, body's aching all. So the same up at the top, the same note at the top as we had. Pull my trigger now, but a lot softer before. We are also dynamically getting louder through that passage, which just drives that energy forward, which is great.
Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody.
Ooh! I'm sorry, everybody. That was so fast.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind.
Saya belum tahu apakah guru vokal ini juga
Yes,
bernyanyi
and
di
the truth. I
channelnya.
love like those throwaways there. Leave it all behind. I love this dark feel and adding that vibrato. It kind of brings this lovely round, darker feel to the song, which is really nice. And that cry again.
Gotta leave you all behind.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Mama.
That chord. She's maintaining a
Buat
thick connection on this
teman-teman
ooh as
yang
well. I just
ingin
want to say
ke
before we
channelnya,
hear it. And
silahkan
there's crescendo. We're crescendo
klik
into the next
di
phrase, but ooh,
deskripsi ya.
she's keeping hold of that thicker fold connection by just opening this ooh to a kind of vowel rather than ooh, which will naturally want to soften it up. But because Putri wants a thicker, fuller sound, just opening it ever so slightly. Ooh.
Mama.
That cry at the end.
Don't wanna die.
Oh, wait, sorry, just listen to that. So, yeah, there's a cry at the end of that ooh, and then ha, ha. There's an aspirate onset on I rather than ah, which kind of earlier how does it start? What's the first lyric? Oh yeah, that. Anyway, the wind. We get that glottal. Here we're going, ha. We're throwing that breath, so it's not going, I don't want. So we a different onset. Cry.
Bagus juga ya, Be. Bagus juga penjelasannya. Benar-benar detail.
E5 up there, really, really lovely. I love that ascent, how we maintained that thicker fold connection, such a chest dominant mix up there as well, so glorious. Lovely open A vowel.
Oh, di bawahnya dia itu ada keyboard
She
ternyata
sets
ya.
it off really nicely on ba-da-da, and then she goes off born, but this born, we've got this A placement in there as well, and that's what she's taking off, that's what she's using, holding onto the A vowel and to ascend wherever she wants to go. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
Oh, baby, can do this to me, baby.
Lihat
Just gotta get out,
wajahnya,
just gotta get right.
ekspresinya lucu.
Can you imagine she just like gets out the bam, bam, bam. I'm kidding. But yeah, so I love such a great choice to just pull it all back, really breathy in this little section. Where's she go? Here. I love how she opens up to here as well. Again, just creates a darker sound. Here would have been weird. Here just allows that tongue to drop down and land on that note.
Just gotta get right out of here. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see.
Oh, before we get on to this ending, this part feels so different. It's so broken. Nothing really. Like even the spaces between the small little spaces between the words are even broken as well. Matter, and then that at the end, the matters as well is broken as well. It's like there's gaps.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters.
Oh, nice whisper.
Nothing really matters to me.
I like she's playing the
Enak
piano as
ya,
well, the keyboard.
kalau santai gitu.
It's a full-on conversation between her and the keyboard, just like balancing that out. I love there was a just right at the very end that this one.
Diulang lagi.
You can hear it's kind of like the voice wants to go onto a different higher note before reaching that, and it's because she's sending a little bit of breath first. Nothing not as obvious as what I'm doing. It's really subtle, but it's so nice because it just brings out her uniqueness, like what she brings to the song. And that cry. Beautiful. Yeah, it's so lovely. What a stunning performance. I mean, every time we've watched a performance of Putri Ariani over here on my channel, it's so stripped back because obviously it's just her voice and the piano. It just brings so much emotion and it's so vulnerable because we can just hit everything that her voice does, and it's just such a joy. Like, what a voice. Well, thank you very much for watching this reaction.
Oke guys, gimana? Apakah teman-teman semuanya menyukai Reactor atau guru vokal yang satu ini? Karena dia menjelaskan atau melihat Putri Ariani bermain sangat detail. Bahkan dia sering mengulang-ulang hanya karena mendengarkan sepatah dua patah kata dari yang Putri Ariani nyanyikan. Sampai napasnya pun dia teliti atau dia cermati. Luar biasa memang untuk seorang grup vokal yang satu ini. Tapi mungkin dia belum tahu bagaimana versi terbaru Bohemian Rhapsody yang dibawakan Ariani yang baru ini. Mungkin nanti teman-teman semuanya bisa menyarankan ke grup vokal ini. Dia tidak hanya grup vokal tetapi dia juga seorang penyanyi, jadi mungkin dia lebih detail untuk menjelaskan semua teknik atau cara mengambil suara dalam bernyanyi. Dan buat teman-teman silahkan sarankan kepada grup vokal ini. Untuk linknya silahkan cek di dalam deskripsi. Semoga teman-teman semuanya menyukai tayangan kali ini. Saya ucapkan terima kasih banyak buat teman-teman semuanya yang sudah menonton video ini. Dan kalau ada salah kata atau pengeditan dalam video saya ucapkan mohon maaf. Sampai di sini dulu video kali ini dan jumpa lagi di video selanjutnya. Wassalamualaikum.